You should be live on both Facebook
Hello.
and YouTube. Hiya.
I am Tara from livingonadime.com.
And I'm not. Sorry.
The author of the Dining on a Dime cookbook that you can get right now, 25% off for our Valentine's Day sale because we love you.
Yay. I'm sure actually
you
like...
got that.
Yes.
Sorry, I know that was corny. We have everything in our store on sale, including our Dining on a Dime cookbook right here. Today, I'm showing you how to make the best red velvet cake recipe in the world. It is right here in our Dining on a Dime cookbook on page 298. This is our hardcover color, whoops, trying to hold my place. Color pictures.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Right there, color pictures. But we're making the red velvet cake right there on page 298. I got this recipe from my grandma, my mom's mom.
If you have a different version of the book, there's an index in the back that'll tell you the page for that version.
Yep, and Ellie just told me, here's a hint. She has her goat milk gifts.com has 20% off their soap and their goat milk cream. You guys support us when you buy our merchandise and our products.
So
she has new little samples right here. You guys don't help us when you go to goatmilkgifts.com. You help Ellie, who is a, are you a millennial? What gen?
I'm Gen Z.
You're helping a Gen Z entrepreneur start her own business.
Okay.
So she has little samples and little cream and soap samples now. All 20% off. Go to goatmilkgifts.com. Yes, we advertise for her because she's our daughter and we want to help her get going on her business.
Aha, we are live. Yay.
I would hope so after all my big spiel there.
Well, you saw my computer was totally dead.
Oh, I didn't see your computer. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay, so today we're showing you how to make easy red velvet cake, how to make homemade red velvet cake, and why are we getting loud beeping noises?
Uh-oh.
Are we having a nuclear attack?
Snow squall warning. What is that?
It is a snow squall.
Who knows?
Never
Severe alert. Like...
Never even heard of a snow squall, so I have no idea what that is.
Squall, everyone.
By the way, international viewers, I picked 2 winners, but you guys haven't sent me your email. So please, please, please go back to that video. I put a reply for you guys to email me at editor@livingonadime.com. We might put a quick notice up on YouTube, but I'm just waiting for the 2 winners to email me back. Okay, red velvet cake.
Were you just talking about the cookbook? Because
Yeah.
Michelle's asking how does it work with the ebook. So we have an ebook version of the cookbook. If that's, I wasn't sure if that was the context.
I have no idea what that
We have an
question means.
ebook version of the cookbook, and it's also discounted. Everything in our store is discounted.
Everything's discounted.
And
Ebooks, everything.
The ebook is PDF ebook, so
Aprons, the magnetic, well, I don't know where mine went. The magnetic fridge, menus and to-dos, and then our price book. Everything's 50% off. Okay, so you're going to take your butter in this homemade red velvet cake.
Jamie says we should show them that it's snowing like crazy.
Well,
Wow.
Should I
can they see it? Okay, show them real quick.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I do have a
take you off the
shaky
track.
hand, so hang on. Let me see if I can hold it.
Oh, okay.
No, I gotta.
Courtney says this is my favorite cake. I get it on my birthday, but only if I make
No,
it.
I can't quite get out. Here, let's see if I open the door. Well, nope, not quite. Oh man, it's completely snowing out. You could kind of see through that window a little bit.
Wow.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but
yeah.
the fire is so delightful.
Getting back
Is
on
that
track.
song public domain?
I
Or is
don't know.
YouTube gonna shut us down because we're singing a copyrighted song?
Again.
Probably.
Wow. So they told us we were supposed to get up to a ½ an inch of snow today, but we've already had about that much, I think.
We've already gotten at least that. Okay, back to how to make the best red velvet cake recipe. Here we go. Dave is having a little issue there. He's coming back. Okay, can you come, Dave?
The mothership is calling. Thanks, Denise.
Okay, here is my butter, and here is my sugar, and my 2 eggs right here. There's 1, and here's 2. Now I have been doing a lot of recipe testing with the 2 new books coming up, and I have noticed room temperature eggs do actually work better. So I am using room temperature eggs for everything now. So
a link to the recipe is in the description, but I'm also sharing it in the comments for you guys, in case you don't have it. Yeah.
Cream together your butter, eggs, and sugar, and then you're going to add the rest of the ingredients. Now, it calls for cocoa. Now, I'll tell you, I like the cocoa from Aldi or Hershey's or something else. I really don't like the Nestle's cocoa very well.
What?
It's okay for cocoa, hot cocoa, but for baking, I don't really like it that well. Now, that is not a typo. It is only 1½ teaspoons of cocoa. And I'll tell you, in my hurriedness, because I didn't have all the ingredients and Mike got home 40 minutes ago to throw together the cakes, I messed it up and I put in 1½ cups of cocoa. Or I got 1/2 cup in and I realized it was supposed to be a teaspoon, not cups. So now we have another extra cake because I tried to adapt and overcome. Okay, so we got the cocoa, we've got our salt, because the world needs more salt, people. And then we've got our baking soda right here, and then we have our vinegar right here. I keep vinegar in this little squirt bottle in my baking cabinet so that I don't have to get the big jug out every time I need it. And I just poured the vinegar on the baking soda. I should not have done that, but I did. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. But after my vanilla tip the other day, I just throw a little extra in now. A lot extra in. And then red food coloring. Now, this is a 1 ounce bottle, and you should actually put the whole thing in. But I told Mike to get 1 because I thought they were 2 ounces. And they're 1 ounce. So my cakes are going to be a little not quite so red, but that's all right. All right, here we go. Then you're going to take your buttermilk and your flour and you're going to put it in alternately, mixing in between.
Somebody was asking if you said 50% off or 25% off. It's 25% off.
All right. So now, I approve. You approve? You take your baking pan, spray it really, really well with that stuff. Goodness. Okay, now I'm gonna pour it in here, and we're gonna dump it in. Now, you really want this to be smooth, which is why you go slowly with the alternating the buttermilk and the flour. Because of the show, and because this one's probably going to end up in the trash, because we have so many sweets, we just can't eat them all.
Don't say that.
Well, it probably is. I
There's
didn't
school tomorrow, so...
worry too much about it. I've already got like 3 pans of stuff to take to school. Okay, so get that all spread in. And then we're gonna bake it. Okay, now you can use a circular pan. You can use a 9x13. You can use 2 8x8, 2 9x9s. However many you want, however which way you want to do it. It's fine. Just vary your baking time so that when it comes out, if you stick a knife in the center, your knife comes out clean. Now I'm going to show you, whoops, wait a minute, I got to step ahead of myself. I'm going to show you the next step. Now, the frosting. You want to put milk and flour in a pan, okay? Then what you want to do is you want to cook it until your milk and flour come together and look like this.
Looks like potatoes.
Looks like potatoes, okay? But after, and it comes together pretty quick. It comes together really, really quick, okay? Then you're going to let it cool. Now I'm not going to show you me making this part because it's not rocket science. Just mix the two together until they cook and look like this, okay? But then you're going to take and mix this and make the frosting, okay? Let me wipe off my beaters. Do you have any questions while I'm getting my beaters wiped off?
Michelle said, I missed it. Did you spray the pan? You did spray it, didn't you?
Yes.
And a number of people asking you where to get the red baking dish. Is that in the Amazon store?
I bought them off of Amazon. You can go to our history and look them up.
I don't have your computer. Oh, our history. Never mind, I gotcha.
Okay. So then, let me get all the red off because you want white frosting so it contrasts with the red.
The bowls or pans? What am I looking at?
Baking pans. All right. Then, let's get the frosting made and I'll show you how to assemble your cake.
All right, just figured it.
Type in red baking pans and I can show you at Amazon. Okay. So you're going to mix this for just a minute while it gets fluffy. Yep. Oh no. Keep going. Right there. There, so 13 by 10. Okay, so you got all of that mixed. Then you're going to add your ½ cup of butter. And I don't know where the other butter went, so we'll just finish it off with margarine. And where'd my other sugar go? Oops, I had another sugar. Okay, let me grab my other sugar. Hold, please. Oh. dumped it back in the jar. That's the way my day's going. Okay. And your vanilla. This recipe is in the description below. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you really want to beat this well, but I'm not going to beat a dead horse today, so that made no sense. Okay, so
Wow.
all right.
That was milk and sugar, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Dave, can you bring the magic of television cakes from outside, please?
Will do. Hang on.
All right. Now, the next section here is pretty easy. Thank you. Now, if you're doing this for a special... Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
Okay.
What's wrong? It's flatter than usual. Is that the problem? What happened?
Oh, dear. Well...
The magic of television one? You shouldn't have showed anybody that. It still would have been the magic of television.
Because there's one side that...
Okay, we'll just pretend like it's not burnt to a crisp on the bottom. Mercy. Okay. We'll just... Oh my goodness. I've never done that to a cake. Okay. You know, we need to do a compilation of all my fails. I really think we need to. Okay, so we'll just pretend like they're not burnt to a crisp. Oh my goodness. There's the next one. Totally burned, smithereens. Oh my. Okay. So, here's another one. And, oh, have mercy, the grater can't even take care of that one. Oh, come.
What happened? What? Oh.
Tara was having a challenging day.
Today, my day.
Nothing icing can't fix, though.
I was going to say, just lay it on there and
Just glue it
glue
back
it together with
together.
icing.
Oh, have mercy. What a disaster.
You're going to be fine, dear.
Okay, we'll just
The
call this
sacrificial
one...
cake.
We'll just call this one How Not to Make the Best Red Velvet Cake in the World. Okay, so let's just cover that up with frosting, shall we?
Becky was wondering, was the oven too hot?
So here's what happened. In my state of not thinking today, being tired, I put them on the bottom shelf, and my oven in the cycle turns on the bottom shelf, and if everything is on the bottom, it burns it. If anything is on the bottom, it burns it. So we'll just pretend.
You're making red velvet cake?
I am.
Ah.
Okay, we'll just pretend.
Parsley black. Wait,
Thanks, Danny.
So it is the lasagna roaster pan you're talking about, right?
If it's the tin, but yeah. Okay, so this is how not to make a red velvet cake. There you go.
Wow.
So it's ruined?
Well, here, the top piece is good.
So
You want to take a bite of the top?
did you put the other one in the oven?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but I
take a
guess
bite. Take a bite of the
It's not
top.
quite the same sensation.
It's not quite the same sensation.
But still tastes good.
Is it still delicious?
Yeah. Here. Oh no. It is.
Yeah, I kind of dropped it and it fell. Not on the floor, just on the cake pan.
I forget. Is this cream cheese?
No, that is not cream cheese.
Yeah, Rural Money says glue it together with icing. That's what she did.
Well, that's how you don't make red velvet cake.
This
Well,
is
at least
real
we-
life. Thank you, Julie. Thank you for
At
not
least-
being Martha, Elizabeth said.
At least we
Well-
rescued the top layer.
Well, hold on. I'm
What
just
happened
curious.
to the bottom two layers?
I'm just curious
Oh,
to
you
see.
don't want to eat a burned cake.
I'm just curious to see if it's
What?
actually burned or if it just looks burned.
What is the bottom and
Well,
the...
isn't
what-
black mean it's burned?
What happened to the bottom and the
Yep.
middle?
I burned them.
How?
Sorry.
They were on the wrong
I
shelf.
was trying
in
to
the
be
oven.
optimistic, dear.
Can I have some
Okay,
more of the
so
top?
here.
Actually, it tastes like pancakes,
Hand
the
me-
burn part.
Yeah, you can have the top. Okay, did you try the cake on the table?
I did. It was delish.
Okay, was it good? Okay.
Super delish.
Dude,
So that was my other test
the amount of
recipes.
snow we're getting right now.
Okay,
Isn't that
so
much?
So, did you put the other one in the oven?
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
okay, so take a bite of just.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
So, Sophia says, I love how real your show is.
Okay, so take a bite here of the non-burnt and tell me what you think.
Man, that's really good.
Really good.
What do you think?
That's definitely really good.
Okay, that's the gluten-free, dairy-free one.
That one is
Yeah.
gluten-free, dairy-free.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Can we try it again?
I thought.
It has a really smooth consistency that I wouldn't think would be gluten-free.
Is one not?
Yeah,
It's really good.
the one in the oven.
Oh.
Man, that is
But
really
this
good.
was the test recipe.
That-
I mean,
so,
the Frosty's not dairy-free, but I have a different
So
Frosty
you made
I'm
the
gonna put
real.
on there.
So the one you made on the show that's in the oven now was the regular one, and the one that you made earlier for the magic of television.
Was supposed to be the test gluten-free, dairy-free.
I wonder if it burned because of that. Maybe you
No,
have to
it
adjust
burned. No, it burned because it was on the bottom shelf, right next to the heating element. I know.
Turid says that's why we love you. Actually, Denise wants cake now. Pancakes is good. Yes, thank you, Turid.
Actually, that is really good.
Well, the burned part tastes like pancakes
Wow.
when it tastes like pancakes.
That is really good.
Which
I
part's
have
really
to
good?
say, it was a
gluten-free?
complete and total failure as far as burning it. But the one that's not burned is really good.
Try the side that didn't burn. Yeah, that's what she did. Wanda.
Wow.
The top layer was not burned, and so she made the layers just to show everybody. But she actually
I'm impressed. So here, so today I made a gluten-free, dairy-free yellow cake. And then I made gluten-free, dairy-free what
did you
cake?
say enjoy? Did you tell him to enjoy? Because Eileen was there.
I don't know.
She said you're good for a good laugh. Enjoy.
All right, so just remember, I am a world-famous cookbook author.
Rosa
Who
said.
shows you how to not do things.
Rosa said we love you, Tara. You said this one would end up in the garbage. You called it.
Actually, this one was supposed to go to the school.
Well, so if you're trying to
But-
impress somebody with the red velvet cake, I wouldn't give them the burned part. But actually, it wasn't terrible. I mean, it doesn't have that part. So the upper part has the red velvet flavor. Is it proper to pick on the show?
Yes. So here's what happened, guys. Apparently, according to Dr. Google, I have a sciatic nerve pain that has been radiating from my hip up to my back, down to my leg for 3 days now, even giving me a migraine. So I'm trying to test recipes Well, I hurt like the dickens. With a headache. I can't think straight. Yeah. Oh.
Well, that's why you said that you're mixing milk and flour earlier instead of milk and sugar.
Yeah, just follow the recipe, guys. Do as I say, don't as I do as I do. Just follow the recipe and the directions. Believe me, this is a really good cake. I know I totally blew it, but it's a really good cake.
And, well, she didn't totally blow the one she made on the show yet. You have the timer on? Do you have the timer on it?
But I gotta tell you something that freaky happened today. Okay, you gotta listen to this because I haven't even told Mike yet.
Uh-oh.
Are you listening?
No.
Okay, I'll wait for you to listen.
Mike has been punked with gluten-free and dairy-free.
Are you ready?
No. I'm never ready for your announcement that you surprised me with on the show.
So today I called to get my dad's death certificate because I thought I might need one. So she said, "What was your dad's name?" And I told her, and she said,
"Oh, that's right."
"Oh, did I tell you?"
Yeah.
"Oh, I told you." "Oh, so you're not going to have that shocked and awe surprise." And she said, "What was your dad's name?" And I told her, and I said, "Did more than one person with the same name die on the same day?" She said, "No, but there's a David G. Cooper that died just within that same time frame. That's my brother's name."
But,
is that not freaky? In the same town as my dad died?
Thanks,
My
Mom.
dad and brother don't live in the same city.
Yeah.
But isn't that kind of weird? It's like, okay, that's a little strange. So a guy that has the same name as my brother died the same time frame that my dad did. Kind of weird. Yeah, I just thought that was strange. Okay. So, anyway, any questions, any comments? Okay.
That top layer looks so soft and moist. Makes me want to make the cake.
Okay, it
Thanks,
is.
Helen. You handled it well.
is.
Thanks for the
It's
real
very
life. Actually, the top layer is perfect. The other ones, not so much. But Tara did make some other ones, and this is usually your favorite cake, right?
Yeah, this is one of, well, Italian cream cake, red velvet, and carrot are all right up there together for me.
Everyone's throwing all kinds of encouragement.
No, my brother's not dead. I just thought it was strange that somebody with the same name as my brother died in the same time frame that my dad died in the same town, and my brother doesn't even live in that town. So
Part
it's
of
just
the
kind of
thing,
weird.
for those of you who don't have chronic fatigue syndrome or fibromyalgia, I know a lot of our audience does, but Tara has that, and part of it causes brain confusion. So probably she was already not feeling very well when she called to ask, and they also had her brother's name. I think that was kind of confusing in a weird kind of way.
I just thought it was weird.
Yeah.
I just thought it was weird, was all. Okay, sorry I brought it up.
Thanks for being the real thing.
All right, guys, Dining on a Dime cookbook and everything in our store is on sale, 25% off if you use the coupon code VDAY for Valentine's Day, just VDAY. 25% off right now.
Yay.
Little commercial break. Oops, can you hand me that?
It was-
Billy's goat milk creams, 20% off. Her soaps and her creams, including these great little samples she has. 20% off goatmilkgifts.com. My sister-in-law said, what?
She said, "He's alive. I can send picture proof." Tura said she thinks she would be freaking out.
It was just a little weird.
That's
Yeah.
freaky. That's strange. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
I don't know, just a little
Yeah,
strange.
she's always had pain in that. Well, she's had pain in that area for a long time, but it's been worse the last.
It's been
few
really
weeks,
bad.
So,
Yeah.
What? Andrea says the figure 4 Pure Forms stretch helped me so much.
The figure what?
The figure 4 Pure Forms stretch. I don't know what that is, Andrea.
Andrea,
but I will
message me that, will ya?
I'm noting it here so we can try.
Did you get the book? Are you proofreading yet? I hope you got it.
Kaloni says it's better burnt. I like the rubber. Just list your burnt recipe in the book. Actually, you know what's funny? I'm kind of weird like that. I do kind of like some of the things that are slightly burnt, but lately, man, I haven't had
guys
many
see
opportunities
this?
for that.
They can't see it, can they? Oh my goodness, this is one for the record books.
All right. Well, Yeah, Amy, that is weird. I agree. So how does David feel about it? He looks pretty good for a dead man.
I don't know. He doesn't. I don't think he cares, but.
Tony says,
funny.
the snow is so distracting. Send some to Swansea, UK, please. Ooh. Oh, you can see it. Oh, right. I see it on the window there.
Can they see it?
Yeah. I wonder if we get a better shot if I put the camera, since we have a lot of time. Oh, man, it is so pretty. Here. Let's see if I can get the camera over there. We have a new setup that's a little harder to reach the camera away from. So sorry, guys, for the crazy. While I turn this around, can you? Let's see. Do I have the? I can't see what I'm showing you. Okay, there it is. Wow.
Yeah, I was taking some video on my camera.
Wow. Yep, it's really coming down, guys. So it's funny, here in our part of Colorado, we don't get that much snow very often, but this year we've gotten a lot. Which is great, because if we have at least the minimum amount that they try to get every year.
Oh, you can't really see how much is coming down. Aw. It doesn't show it very well.
You want me to get my phone?
No,
it doesn't show
that's
very
fine.
well either.
Oh, it doesn't show it at all. Actually, it's way prettier than what's in the picture because there's so much white. You can't see. Dave, can you bring it up on your camera picture theme-a-bopper? And
Can't, no.
You can't.
I have to install something.
No, I mean you can't just show it off of there.
No, no. I have to process it first.
No, can you run a video on there and then just hold the screen up there?
All right, it's fine.
No.
I think it's time for a microwave bug cape. Perfect portion for me, as Spinner says.
There you go.
Oh, Lady Colleen wants to know what type of flour did you use in the gluten-free cake? Sugar?
So I've been testing 3 flours. I've been testing King Arthur, Walmart's gluten-free, and Pamela's artisan bread. Artisan, not bread. Artisan flour. I've been rotating through testing those. And I like them all about equally. The big one that it's catching me on is the gluten-free bread. I still cannot find a gluten-free bread recipe that I liked. Now, one of our viewers sent me a recipe yesterday, and this is an adaptation of this. This is not the author's original recipe. Yeah.
Looks really good.
And so that's totally my fault.
It's kind of cool.
She says she's made the author's recipe and it's worked really, really well several times. But I was trying to simplify the recipes for gluten-free baking. So I adapted it. And it didn't come out. Hers was like this big. It obviously didn't come out that way. So I'm going to go test her recipe the right way. That's one thing, guys. Absolutely drives Mom and I crazy. People say, well, your recipe didn't turn out. Okay, well, what did you do? Well, I substituted this, and I substituted that, and I substituted this, and I substituted that. Well, if you're going to make a recipe, make it the way the author has it the first time, before substituting anything. Now, I've done enough baking that I know when things are going to work and aren't going to work. And I was pretty sure this was not going to work. But I wanted to test it anyway, just in case it happened to work. So I'm going to go back in and retest her recipe on food. So let's test the flavor. Flavor's pretty good, although the one I did the other day is actually better. I don't know. It's pretty good. I don't know. We'll see.
So, on the, I forgot which thing we were talking about when she asked about, on the gluten-free cake. Was it the gluten-free cake? She also asked, did you use regular sugar or some other sweetener?
I am just using regular sugar. I'm not doing sugar substitute too. That's too much of a pain in the rear. So, yeah.
Watch out, Mike. The snow may pour down in the door and create another job. It's funny. Jack asked me when we were walking to school the other day.
Did you get the garage door closed?
I think so. Yeah, I did. He asked me if we've ever had where we couldn't get the door open very easily because of the snow, and I said when we lived in Idaho, it was like that every day. We'd have to push the door, usually at the kind of at the top and the bottom at the same time because it'd have 7 or 8 inches of new snow.
Yeah.
Wow, lots of people loving the pretty snow. Andrew said, haven't gotten it yet. I will message you. Wow.
Do we have gluten-free recipes in Dining on a Dime? Yes. We have probably 70% of the recipes are gluten-free. What I'm doing is I'm going in and adapting Dining on a Dime to be totally gluten-free, dairy-free. So I'm going in through all the breads, breakfasts, and desserts. And I'm changing all of those to be gluten-free, dairy-free. And that's why it's taking me so long, because I have to test it all. So, this is pretty good. Although the other one tasted better. I don't know. I'll see.
You can see the snow in the kitchen window on there.
Yeah, but you still can't get the full effect of how much it's coming down.
Actually, it's quite a bit. We used to get this kind of volume in the mountains when we lived up there, but not since we live down here.
I got something going. I think it'll work. I'm
Okay.
gonna attempt to.
Dave's gonna see if he can show you the snow here.
This would be time to get a different camera online.
Yeah.
Oh, how's the cake in the oven doing?
Oh, I have no idea.
What does the timer say?
I have no idea. Oh, it's done.
Yay!
A little warning before I put the snow on.
Ooh,
and
very
after.
cool.
Wow, that is really red. My hand is a little bit shaky, so yeah.
Here's
be
tonight's
warned.
dinner, guys.
After.
Artichoke sun-dried tomato chicken.
Oh, wow.
That's what we had. Is that what we had last night?
Yes.
Although we didn't bake it last night. Did you
No.
Japan fry it last
Yes.
night?
Should I show the snow
Show the snow, Dave.
or attempt to?
Show them what they're
here.
missing, those folks in Florida, and
Oh, shoot.
Texas, and
Hang
California.
on, let me resize this a bit.
Looking for any other questions or comments. There's a lot of comments, but not a lot of
This
questions.
shows it okay. Oh wow, yeah.
Life with Cassie. I'm going to make this for Valentine's Day. I love red velvet. It's really a good cake.
Yay.
Yeah.
Snow.
Despite that Tara's discouraged today.
Yeah, that's all the snow we're getting.
Wow.
It's dumping.
That is cool.
So yeah, and it's getting worse.
You're only supposed to have a half an inch, or that's all they were predicting, but we've already had significantly more than that today. It's kind of the last of a lot of days of snow before they're predicting a little bit nicer weather for a little bit. So Dave and I were thinking we would go snowshoeing again this weekend up in the mountains. Aria, Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1 baking mix is my favorite gluten-free flour. You still use most
A lot of
the
people say
Pamela's?
that. I have not tried the whoever that
Bob's?
dude is. Yeah. Maybe I should get so here's the thing. Maybe I should get a few bags of it. Because now everybody's raving about it. A couple of years ago, the stuff was nasty. Now everybody says they love it. So maybe they've changed their formula. So maybe I should get it. But to put it in perspective, guys, the flour costs for 3 pounds $15 for Pamela's. Okay, so $5 a pound. I have gone through so far, and I've only tested about 10 recipes.
I guess I should.
I've gone through so far
You talk, I got it.
about 25 to 30 pounds of gluten-free flour. So yeah, this is not a cheap cookbook.
Well, that was
Especially when they keep failing like this. And this was my own fault. Every other recipe I've tested exactly as they've done it. This is the only one I didn't, and it's my own fault. I honestly knew down deep it wasn't gonna work, but I did it anyway, which was stupid.
I hope I'm saying that right. Kaloni says that she's in Florida. It's crazy hot here. I'd love to be in the snow. Yeah, the other day.
I'll take snow over heat any day.
on YouTube, Florida Singularity is Jonathan, and I was talking to him the other day, and he said it was supposed to be like 87 degrees there that day, and it was, I think it was 6 below zero here that same day.
87. Why would you want to live in that? Sorry, no offense to all of you living there, but
I should probably get some kind of little bowl or something.
I think what's happened is the heat has fried their brains.
What? Hey.
Hey, it happened to me in Kansas. I understand. Are you saying you want more?
Well, since we were just picking at it, I thought maybe if I put a properly shaped piece in there, that would be great.
Do I need to just dump it in the trash now?
No. You said it's gluten-free, so I'm going to eat it. No, I'm not gluten-free. I'm just saying. Shayla said that they have really pretty snow there today, too.
Yes, Mom was saying they had some really nice snow today in Kansas.
Yeah, Jonathan said it was 88 today in Florida. Oh, man.
I think the heat has just fried their brains in Florida, so they don't know that they can get out. That's what I think has happened.
You can always seek refuge here, Jonathan.
The cake recipe is in the description below, livingonadime.com, or page 298 in our Dining on a Dime cookbook, which is 25% off now, along with everything in our store for Valentine's Day. Use coupon code VDAY. Everything is on sale.
And if you do go to livingonadime.com, it's in the Valentine's Day dinner recipe post that's right on the front page while the show is live. So, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, believe me, guys, this really is a good game. It's just not a good day for me, so that's okay.
So, the one that you made in the oven is a big rectangular shape. Do you still layer it, or do you just frost it?
You can. I just frost it, but you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. All right. Looking to see if there are any more. Am I taking you out for Valentine's Day? We usually don't go on Valentine's Day.
It's crazy. Although I don't think Benny's will be real busy on Valentine's Day, so maybe we should go.
That's true. We should go.
But
we have our favorite taco place.
But I may have to go to southeastern Colorado on Valentine's Day, so we may or may not go out. So my uncle.
Do you have the recipe for the artichoke sun-dried tomato chicken?
No. My uncle was cleaning out some of his family's stuff, and some of my dad's stuff was still there, so he was bringing it to his house and gonna bring it to Denver, and I was gonna meet him in Denver to get the few things of my dad's. Well, two of them are Tiffany lamps that my dad had given my grandmother that I really liked, and I thought, oh, I'll ask and see if I can get those. So I asked, and he said sure. So he was bringing those back, and last night he got in a car accident that completely totaled his car. And I was talking to him, so I knew that he was alive. I was hoping he was okay. I knew that he was alive, my uncle. And so he was perfectly good, totaled his SUV, but he was really good. Would you believe those silly lamps, he said, didn't get broken?
Yay. So
now, if I break them, I have to go down, because he doesn't have a vehicle now, so I have to go down to southeast Colorado to pick up my stuff now. Well, if I break those things on the way home, I'm going to be really ticked with myself. If I slip on the ice and drop it or something.
Well, do you need me to drive down there? Because I've never done anything like that.
Aren't you funny?
Yes, he is.
I've already done my yeehaw moment over there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is the icing recipe on your website? It is. Yes. It's in the same post right underneath the recipe, and it's down in the description. Ooh, Diana, Saturday's our anniversary. We'll be married 34 years ago. 34 years. Wow, where does the time go?
What is with... Good job. I was going to say, what is with all these anti-Valentine's Day people? I know it's commercial, but my goodness. Heidi posted the thing, what do you do on Valentine's Day? And we got comment after comment. Well, we don't do anything. We should show love all year long. I'm like, well, yeah, you should show love all year long, but my goodness, have a festive occasion. You don't have to go out and spend $350, but you could do something fun. Everybody's just turning into old fuddy-duddies anymore. My goodness. Have a little fun. Celebrate.
When we do, but we tend to not do it on that day just because we don't like being with big crowds, and that's where everybody will go. Although, it's funny, Kaloni says, take Tara down to Taco Bell, that's good enough. I used to do the Taco Bell thing, but we found a family taco place we really, really like.
Yeah, it's a lot more expensive than Taco Bell, but it's a whole lot better and you don't end up in the bathroom afterwards.
It's worth it for Valentine's Day date night, right?
You'll treat and spend $9 on me?
Yes.
I'm worth $9?
Yes.
Aw, he got me some beautiful flowers today too, but I didn't have time to put them in a vase before we got on the show.
I was surprised they weren't as expensive as I expected, being that it was 2 days before. Huh. I'm only sharing that because we're talking about saving money.
Well, I mean, yeah, so...
You preach it, Tara.
I think you should show love all year round. And I think it's ridiculous to spend $350 on each other for Valentine's Day. But, my goodness, lighten up, people. Just enjoy the day and make some red pancakes or something.
Jonathan says you mean Single Awareness Day?
Yes, Jonathan, I mean Single Awareness Day.
Oh, it reminds single people they're single.
But even at that, last year I saw these sad memes going around Facebook. I'm like, guys, I'm having a bad day. Sorry. I'm just going to shut my mouth now. I'm having a bad day. Here's a joke. Here's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Here's a joke, okay? My joke of the day. The dentist said I need a crown. A crown. And I said, of course I do. Don't you agree?
Yep.
Although a dentist's crown is probably cheaper, but...
What? A dentist crown is... Oh, I don't know. It may not be cheaper. Wanda says, Valentine's Day is my birthday. My husband bought me a bag of Lindt chocolates. Yum.
Oh, yum.
Just got home from work. The cake looks so delicious. Actually, it looks like we destroyed it. Oh, actually, it's funny because that Italian cream cake we made the other day went to the school the next day, and the teachers were just loving it.
Oh, and by the way, I apologize. Apparently, that was not in the editions before dining. I am sorry. I haven't been feeling good for a few days. I thought I had it in the original dining, and I didn't. So I'm sorry. It's only in the 20th. But, yeah. Don't forget, guys, we're helping Ellie. What did she say she was? A Gen what? Z?
We're Gen Z.
I have no idea.
We're helping a Gen Z get started on her own business. Check out goatmilkgifts.com. She's taken over making, she's made these little samples of soap and goat milk cream. So cute. And then she has the big bars of soap and goat cream on the way. She ran out, but it should be here in just a day or so. So you can still get it on sale.
Michelle says you can have a night in and watch a movie and get snacks to celebrate.
Actually, yeah. I'm almost to the point where I just don't even want to go out because I'm too tired.
Actually, we used to have trouble too because with the with her, I don't know if it's the CFS or the fibromyalgia, but one of them, the noisy places, she would just get really sick. And so we'd go to all these restaurants and they would have a lot of roar of people and music that was kind of really peppy, and so
I'd be so sick by the time we got out. I was like, this isn't even worth it.
So for a while we'd go in and order something and then take it out to the car and eat it in the car. So we could be away from the house together, but not in the... Although the taco place is pretty quiet.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
Patricia, I'm single and love it. And tomorrow's my birthday and also love red velvet cake.
Oh,
happy birthday, Patricia.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Actually, for the single people, I don't think, looking back, I would say, well, I would just enjoy the day for it being a day.
Yeah.
Because people think, oh, I'm single, I'm lonely. But, you know,
My goodness.
there are times when you're married where you're thinking,
If If you're a guy, you
want
get
a
to leave the toilet
vacation?
seat up. If you're a gal, you don't have to clean up the toilet seat. So there you go. Enjoy it. Remember, the Bible says it's better to remain single. I'm going to post that on every sad meme I see on Facebook this year, that the Bible says it's better to remain single.
But it's funny because after being married for a while, we're like, oh yeah. Tara's like, can I go get away somewhere by myself?
Yeah.
And then after our trip this summer, I was kind of thinking maybe I'll go on a big trip somewhere. Maybe here to recover from me.
Wanda wants to know if the cake would burn if it was thicker. No. This was on the bottom rack. Because the top one was the same, but it was on the middle rack and it didn't burn. It's just because it was on the bottom.
Jamie says she'll go
My own fault.
split fajitas with you Friday if you want. Wait, what? You're going to take my wife away on Valentine's Day?
I think I gotta go south on Friday, but we'll see. I need to check the weather and see. Yeah. Somebody said her dentist said her teeth are like stars. They come out at night. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, yes. I have the soap nets. I'll have Mike bring those. Ellie got the restocked on the soap nets. I will bring, let's see. I'll have you take those to Jamie tomorrow. And yes, those came in. And we got those. She got those.
What am I doing? You said you're going to have Mike do something.
I'm going to have you take soap nets to Jamie.
Oh, okay.
So,
I see.
Yeah. All right. Any last questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. Don't forget, guys.
Joanne she said, okay, for the people that are just joining in like Joanne, what happened to the cake?
I burned it. And then it fell apart.
However, this is the one that she burned is the one she made before the show. But then she made the one that she made during the show turned out great. And she just did not yet frost it.
Yes.
But we usually have one that she makes ahead of time so you can see the finished one without having to wait for the whole hour or whatever.
And I put it on the bottom shelf and it burned and then it was just a big mess. Everything in our store, 25% off for Valentine's Day. Use coupon code VDAY. Everything in the store. Also, Ellie has goatmilkgifts.com. She's got all of her little goat milk stuff in the store. Ugh, smells so good. 20% off for Valentine's Day. We are all having Valentine's Day sales, so you guys
Dude, the snow has escalated dramatically.
do that.
Holy moly.
Jonathan says the seat doesn't always remain up.
No, Jonathan, the seat doesn't always remain up.
Anyway, yeah, I'm sure it's still great. Yes, the cake is still great. We've been actually picking at it during the whole show, which is why it looks like it's been destroyed. So, all right.
All right, guys, please like, subscribe, and share. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. So sorry I totally flubbed everything today, but hey, can't win them all, so.
See, if you just tell everybody this is a fantastic example enough times, then everyone will see a fantastic example.
You know, sometimes
I've
you
heard
just
that.
know people are put on the earth to serve as a warning to others. I am that person today.
Thanks for warning
I'm
me.
going to keep my mouth shut.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye. Have a great rest of the week.
livingonadime.com.